Good morning, Mr. Chair, honorable members of the committee. My name is Philip Stupak. I serve as the Senior Director for Advocacy at ISC2, the Professional Member Association for Cybersecurity Professionals. Prior to joining ISC2, I had the privilege of serving in the Biden-Harris administration as the Assistant National Cyber Director at the White House. ISC2 is the world's largest association dedicated to cybersecurity professionals, representing more than 265,000 members and associates globally. Our second largest membership base is right here in Canada, with over 1,400 members. We offer 9 professional certifications, the most recognized of which is the Certified Information Systems Security Professional, or CISP, which is widely regarded by employers as the gold standard for cybersecurity expertise. I appear today on behalf of our global membership to express the cybersecurity profession's strong support for Bill C-8, an act respecting cybersecurity. We live in a period of extraordinary uncertainty. For much of our shared history, Canada and the United States benefited from geography as a natural deterrent. The vastness of the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans provided a measure of protection our adversaries could not easily overcome. That era is over. The 2010 Stuxnet cyber attack against Iranian centrifuges demonstrated for the first time that the boundary between the digital and physical worlds can be breached with tangible, real-world consequences. Today, 15 nations possess blue water navies capable of projecting power across oceans. 8 possess nuclear weapons. 170 nations have cyber capabilities. We've already seen the effect of cyber attacks here in Canada. Patients in hospitals across southwestern Ontario were forced to reschedule surgeries and appointments, costing millions of dollars and delaying care. While 516,000 patients had their private health information compromised, we know that cyber attacks can cause an even greater damage at a broader scale. It may take a Navy a week to cross the Pacific, or minutes for a missile to reach its target. But a cyber attack could return hospital systems the age of torchlight and hacksaws, and communication to horseback dispatches, without warning and without attribution. This is not speculation. This is preparation. Our adversaries are actively working to undermine critical infrastructure. Even a minor activation of pre-positioned digital weapons or malware across essential sectors could result in service disruptions, communication collapse, power outages, water shortages, and transportation paralysis at a time and place of an adversary's choosing. In the worst case, it could return modern societies to conditions resembling the pre-industrial era. But I want to be clear, our adversaries are not invincible. With foresight, coordination, and policy action, we can and must defend ourselves. Bill C-8 is an essential step towards ensuring those defenses are in place before they are needed. The amendments to the Telecommunications Act are particularly significant. By prohibiting high-risk suppliers, removing compromised equipment, and requiring pre-approval for certain technologies, the bill strengthens the sector that underpins every other sector. Vulnerabilities in telecommunications are vulnerabilities everywhere. The creation of the Critical Cyber Systems Protection Act is likewise prudent. It establishes minimum cybersecurity baselines across Canada's most essential sectors. I would respectfully encourage the committee to consider adding federally regulated water systems to that list, given their foundational importance to national health and safety. I likewise encourage the federal government to work with provincial, territorial, and municipal partners to ensure that critical infrastructure under their jurisdictions achieves the same level of cyber protections envisioned by Bill C-8. A qualified workforce is essential to executing the functions of this act. Every day, ISC2 is training and certifying the government and critical infrastructure professionals who will be needed to implement Bill C-8. We cannot afford to assume that threats to the Canadian way of life are distant or hypothetical. They are real, they are present, and they demand decisive action. The responsibility for defending against these threats rests in part with this committee. Bill C-8 represents a thoughtful, measured, and necessary step towards that defense. Thank you.